All right, so the U.S. government recently held its first ever crypto summit, and this was a major deal for U.S. regulators and for the entire crypto market. But despite this, we've actually seen Bitcoin's price drop a bit. Bitcoin was rejected at the key resistance of right around $91,000 per coin, and now has dropped down to around $85,000 per coin. So in terms of the daily time frame, I'd like to see it continue to stay above this level right here, because if we are closing above that key support of right around $84,500, $85,000 per coin, well, then it's very likely that we're going to continue to drop lower. So in the short term, these are things that you need to be aware of. But long term, there was a lot of exciting developments that took place at this crypto summit that you really need to be aware of as an investor. So a few days ago, we talked about this in our video, how President Trump said a crypto reserve will include Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, XRP, and ADA. And so a lot of people thought that because he said this, that meant that the Bitcoin reserve was not just going to be a Bitcoin reserve, but was going to be a crypto reserve in general. But that wasn't the case. Then just on March 6th, he announced that there was officially going to create a Bitcoin strategic reserve for the US. And to clarify a few things, if you're a Cardano holder, XRP holder, Solana holder, well, the truth is that the U.S. crypto czar came out, his name is David Sachs, he came out and clarified that when Trump said this in his post over on social media, it didn't necessarily mean that they were going to have Ethereum, Solana, XRP, and ADA. He said that Trump was just using this as an example, and he was just giving them a nod to their market cap. He said, look, I think the president just gave 5 examples of cryptocurrencies in his post. Those 5 have to be the largest by market cap, but the reality is that they weren't really the largest by market cap. They're just some of the most popular. But either way, I think that President Trump talking about these cryptos, regardless of what David Sachs is saying, is a good thing for the market, because long term, I think it could mean that we're going to see more and more potential money coming into these projects from regulators and from policies and programs that are started with the U.S. government. Because right now we have a strategic Bitcoin reserve, but if that does well, we see it create a lot of value. I think we could see altcoins be a part of the portfolio, at least for what Trump is trying to do. I wanted to quickly interrupt today's video to bring me a word from our long-term channel partner, MEXC. MEXC is currently doing a $1 million prize pool in its partnership with Athena. So with this, Athena and MEXC joining forces, they're able to do a $1 million prize pool where you can see 0 trading fees, earn up to 400% APR, and unlock incredible rewards. So with this event, it's running from February 27th to March 29th. And if you look at it, there's 4 key parts to it. Event number 1 is 0 fees for USDE and ENA trading. So you can unlock 0 trading fees with selected USDE or ENA pairs during the event. Number 2, it says during the event, simply hold a minimum of 0.1 USDE in your spot account to earn daily rewards up to 10% APR. There's no manual registration, staking, or locking required. You just have to hold it and then you earn. Number 3 is you can stake ENA to unlock 400% APR. You can stake ENA during this event to unlock 400% APR, and rewards are limited and will be distributed on a first come, first serve basis. So make sure to act quickly. And lastly is going to be event number 4, where you can trade futures to share 300,000 USDT in bonuses. So during the event, users who have traded ENA on futures are eligible for the following tasks, where you can get up to 300, where you can grab a share of the 300,000 USDT in future bonuses. Task 1, it's a welcome bonus for new users, 150,000 USDT in future bonuses. And task number 2 is futures trading leaderboard with another 150,000 USDT in future bonuses, where if you make any futures trades and achieve a cumulative trading volume of at least 500,000 USDT to qualify for the leaderboard, then you'll be entered and you can start, seeing some pretty significant rewards. So right now, this is a massive $1 million up for grabs with this partnership between MEXC and Athena, and you definitely don't want to miss out on it. But now let's dive a little bit deeper and talk about what actually happened at this crypto summit, because at the crypto summit, there was a few key things that were addressed. First thing is that President Trump pledged to end Operation Choke Point 2.0. He said he hoped to sign stablecoin legislation by August and touted his recent executive order creating a strategic Bitcoin reserve. So at this crypto summit, which was the first ever summit at the White House for the crypto space, there was a lot of industry leaders there, like Brian Armstrong from Coinbase, Coinbase, CZ from Binance, Vitalik Buterin from Ethereum, and the list goes on and on. And he said, President Trump said, I know that many of you guys have been fighting for years for this, and it's an honor to be with you at the White House. He said regulators strong-arm banks, and they really did. He said they strong-arm banks into closing the accounts of crypto businesses and entrepreneurs, effectively blocking some money transfers to and from exchanges, and they weaponized government against the entire industry. He said that it's soon going to be over. They're ending Operation Choke Point 2.0, and he says that he is ultimately trying to work with regulators, and he supports the efforts of lawmakers in Congress as they work on bills to provide regulatory certainty for dollar-backed stablecoins and digital assets. He said right now the U.S. government is among the largest holders of Bitcoin in the world, as they have around 200,000 Bitcoin obtained from civil law and various other forms of law, including enforcement actions. And he said these existing holdings will form the foundation of the new reserve. So I specifically like what he said here with the foundation of the new reserve, because that means that, yes, that's the start of it, but saying that those 200,000 Bitcoin are the foundation, that means that, look, that's the start, but they're likely going to add more long term. And he came out and said this during the summit as well. He said that they're going to explore new pathways to buy more Bitcoin for the reserve. It seems like what he's really trying to do is not have U.S. taxpayers have to really fund it. So they said they're going to explore a lot of different options and pathways to buy Bitcoin for the reserve. He also said, though, that they are never going to sell Bitcoin. He says, as Bitcoin and crypto holders know, you really never sell your Bitcoin. So this is something to be excited about, because whether or not they're going to buy Bitcoin now, we at least know that they're not going to sell. We also know that they have plans of expanding and adding more Bitcoin to the reserve long term. And regardless of what David Sachs says, Donald Trump talking about Solana and XRP and Cardano can really only be good for the entire crypto space. So we'll keep an eye out on what happens here, but there's a lot of exciting things going on in crypto. In terms of short term, we really need to see Bitcoin stay above that $84,000, $85,000 per coin level. If we see it drop on the daily time frame below it, well, I think it's very likely that we would retest this level right here of right around $74,000 per token. But as long as we can stay above it, as long as we're just continue trading in this key range right here, well, then things are looking pretty decent in the short term. But again, long term, big picture, there's really only things to be excited about, because the U.S. having a strategic Bitcoin reserve is going to help every single crypto holder long term, because I would expect more and more countries to announce similar reserves, similar strategies very, very soon.